Revenge films.
After my wedding, my mother-in-law turned into a completely different person. Instead of a traditional wedding ceremony, we decided to have a restaurant wedding. She was really excited about it too. You don't have to throw a traditional wedding, you know. This is gonna be fun. But right after reception, you embarrassed me in front of everyone! How dare you! She started complaining about the reception. But lots of people do that these days. That was just a dinner party! What did you do with all the money you got, huh? Wait, you didn't keep it for yourself, did you? Restaurant weddings weren't cheap, you know. We got some money from our guests, but we still had to pay for most of it ourselves. And also, before the wedding, she used to say, "You're gonna keep your job, right? That's good." But after the wedding... Work? Forget it! You're his wife. You're supposed to do things around the house for him. What was her problem? And when I went to her house the other day... You didn't even bring an apron? You're supposed to help me out here. What's wrong with you? You're a guest here, sure, but... You're his wife. You're unbelievable! She was so mean to me. My husband tried talking to her, but it was no use. She knows nothing! I gotta teach her! If you can teach her how to do housework, be my guest. I heard she doesn't do anything around the house. What's wrong with her? She needs to learn. I just kept apologizing to her at first, but then... When you married him, you became a part of this family. Your parents may have spoiled you, but not me. I'm gonna teach you everything from the beginning. That's when I finally snapped. I couldn't take this anymore. I can't do this anymore. Your mom is insane. Do something about her or it's over. She froze up. Then she started screaming. How dare you talk to me like that? Ugh. You really don't get it, do you? First of all, you're not my mother, and I'm so grateful for that. I feel so bad for your son. Listen to me! You married him! That means you're part of this family! You sure about that? The thing is, we haven't submitted our marriage papers yet. It's pretty cliche, I know, but we were planning to hand in our marriage papers on Christmas Eve, so technically we weren't husband and wife yet. At least by law. The wedding was in October, by the way. Ew! I dodged a bullet here. I had no idea your mother was like this. I love you and everything, but if she's part of the package, I'm out. I'd rather die than live with her. Goodbye. Have a nice life. Her face turned blue. She started to panic. Wait, what do you mean? You just had your wedding. Oh, thank you, God. God was looking out for me. Then my husband finally said,
Hold on! You can't just leave me like this!
What? So I have to deal with your crazy mother for the rest of my life? You're okay with that? Screw you!
We don't have to see her that often then.
No! Hell no! I can't stand her! I want nothing to do with this crazy woman! Help! Help me! She started to panic. Hold on, dear. Settle down. She tried to grab me, so I exaggerated a bit and screamed out loud, Please, don't kill me! Then I ran off. Then her husband came in.
That's enough! What the hell is wrong with you?
Then he knocked her out. I ran out the door and jumped in my car. My husband tried to catch up to me, but I didn't turn back. He tried to get in my way, but I floored it. I didn't care if I ran him over. He jumped to the side in the last second. I guess he wasn't that desperate. Six days after the wedding, we called up the marriage. If we were married, I might have tried to deal with her, but not sure how long it would have lasted. I just couldn't take her, you know? And my ex-husband was useless too. Even after everything, he didn't stand up for me. He just said,
But she's a good person at heart. I'm sure you guys can work it out.
I don't think he realized how serious this was for me. I love you. I really do. But it can't be with you if I have to deal with your mother.
What's your problem? This is my mother we're talking about.
He finally snapped, but I was done with him. When you marry someone, you become part of their family. So it's really important that you get along with them. But her? I just didn't think it was possible. My mother-in-law harassed me all the time, she said. That sucks for her, but how's that my problem? She probably thought, my mother treated me like crap, so I'm gonna do the same thing to my daughter-in-law. I wanted him out of my life, but he tried to fight it at first. A few days prior to that, my sister gave me a voice recorder as a joke. But this came in pretty handy. My ex-husband once said,
I'll cut all ties with her.
okay, fine, but you'll have to quit your job and move to a completely different place with me. Needless to say, you can't tell your parents where you live. Or, we could go live with my parents. Your mom won't be allowed to visit though. So, what do you want to do?
What? I can't just move away like that.
It wasn't gonna work, so I told him again that I didn't want to deal with his mother. We gave back all the money we got from our guests. Then, I made him explain to them why this happened. Oh, and I made his family pay for the entire wedding. It wasn't much, but still. Why didn't you tell me? Please, I'll never do anything like this again. She started crying. She told me sob stories about her mother-in-law treating her like crap when she was young. She was probably trying to score some sympathy points, but it wasn't gonna work on me. Not my problem. She just kept crying non-stop. Then she started showing up at my house. She begged me for forgiveness, but I just ignored her. Eventually, she stopped showing up. And everyone at my husband's company found out about this. Things got awkward for him and he quit his job. So he ended up moving out of state. Then he called me. He wanted to get back together.
Okay, I quit my job and moved, just like you said. Let's start over.
You didn't quit. You ran away because things got too awkward for you. I was done with him. And everyone around me was really nice to me. I was so grateful for that. I told all my friends to look into their husband's mother before submitting the marriage papers. Oh, and a voice recorder is a must. Hopefully others can learn from my mistake. A few years later, I met someone and got married. I was pregnant too. Life was good.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.